Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Edwards and I'm speaking on behalf of Ryan Fay and myself, and I'd like to introduce you to the laser harp, which Ryan Fay and I designed and built this semester. I'm going to turn off the lights for this demonstration, which might wreak havoc on my webcam, but the laser harp looks a little better in the dark. Now, the laser harp is exactly what it sounds like. It's an instrument inspired by a concert harp that has lasers instead of strings. So, what does that mean? It means this. Along this top beam are 32 lasers, and they represent an array of 32 notes, which is 4.5 octaves. Now, along the side are 16 lasers, which represent 16 volume levels. So the vertical position of the player's hand determines the volume, and the horizontal position determines notes that are played. So, shaped gestures here have real meaning. Well, basically what the volume array means is that if I play down low like this, it'll sound real low in volume. But if I raise it up, you can shape your dynamics based on the shape of your gesture. Alright, I'm going to turn on the lights for the next feature. Okay, now lining the base of the laser harp are 8 toggle switches. Each toggle switch has 3 positions, up, neutral, and down. Now, the first 7 mirror the 7 foot pedals on a concert harp. Now, there is 1 pedal for each of the 7 diatonic pitches, from C, D, E, up to B. Now, if I were to move the E toggle switch into the flat position, every E on this harp is now flatted. If I do that likewise with B, A, and B, now I've put the harp effectively into E flat major or C minor. Now, if I were to raise the B to natural, it's now in C harmonic minor. This will sound nice. Alright. Now, what harpists like to do is be clever with the switches. So, if I were to sharp every C and D, flat every E, sharp every F, G, and A, and flat every B, now I'm playing a pentatonic scale, which is the equivalent of the black keys on the piano. Alright. Now, of course, there's the stereotypical harp sound that we all like to hear. Or maybe we don't, I don't know. If I natural the first 3 notes and keep the other ones as they are, now I'm playing a whole tone scale. This laser harp is a MIDI controller. What that means is it's not making any sound on its own, but instead it's generating MIDI messages that are sent out a cable into any MIDI interpreter in the world. At the moment, my MIDI interpreter is Garrett Personal Orchestra. I have it set on a harp sound now, but let's say if I don't want it to sound like a harp, what if I want it to sound like an organ? Well, I've now changed that setting, and now I'll turn off the lights again and see how spooky I can be. Now let's set this into C harmonic minor, just C minor. Now, unfortunately, I can't claim to be very good at this instrument, as you can see, but it's only been around for a few weeks, and like any instrument, it would require time and practice to get good at it, which I've been putting in some, but not enough to really be an expert yet. And I'm interested to see what kind of performance techniques other wood performers would come up with this. Now, just to show you the versatility of both this instrument and the MIDI protocol itself, let's have an unconventional sound for a MIDI instrument. How about orchestral percussion? Now, this will show you some of the versatility of this instrument. Alright, now I'm going to show you the function of the final toggle switch. To do that, I'm going to switch this into, let's do another unconventional sound. How about pizzicato string section? Now I'll turn on the light so you can see. This 8th toggle switch, in its upper position, turns the entire harp into chromatic mode, which means that there's now only a half step in between each pitch, instead of operating diatonically. Now, let me show you what that does. Now, with a little practice, I'm sure somebody could probably play the Flight of the Bumblebee on this. But I can't quite yet. Alright, and finally, in its low position, it turns the entire harp into C major, A minor again. Alright, well that's the laser harp, and that Ryan, Fay, and I designed and built this semester. I'm sorry he can't be with me for this video, he's in Japan at the moment. But we hope you enjoyed the demonstration, and we hope you like the laser harp. We've enjoyed showing it to you.